and today we've got a reading for you about somebody who has lied multiple times. So this isn't just like, oh, you caught me and now I have to come up with a story, but this is someone who has doubled down or even had, that happen a few times, right? Lying on top of the lie to make sure that the original lie doesn't get caught. So we have the Nine of Swords, which is somebody who's dealing with anxiety or even sleeplessness, because I feel like it's getting more difficult to keep track of the story that they've been telling, the way they've explained behavior or how things have gone. And now the control is clearly not something they have anymore. It's like the lies take on a life of their own. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chanting. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you in case I said that too fast. And right below that, you can also find out how to join the memberships of the channel. But let's dive in and see what this person is lying about, shall we? What else do we have? So we've got the demon, the temptation of living, the fear of regret, dancing among the ashes from the flames of hell, and abandoned carnival. What once was vibrant remains now silenced and still. This place held laughter, even if now no one could tell. So there's something here about a place or perhaps it's a job, perhaps it's a relationship. Things are not what they used to be. Something has had its golden age and now it's clear that that has left the building. And I think that's why we have somebody lying. Perhaps they're a little bit nervous, feeling like it's moving too fast, or they don't want to let go of what they have, right? Hey GP, how you doing? I hope you're having a good day. I like it. This is the Egyptian tarot. So we've got the Four of Swords in the reverse and the Tower. Yeah, this feels to me like somebody has been lying or exaggerating, withholding or omitting pertinent details or facts to try to make it seem like this is the right course of action, or this person is at fault, or this needs to end. Because the Tower, this is the carnival, right? Something has changed drastically over time and now is no longer thriving or doing well. It could be a company, it could be family, right? Whether or not family is still getting along. And it could also be a relationship. We've got the World in the reverse, the Queen of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. So what I'm seeing in my mind is like when you put in a quarter so that you can hear music or play a game, and then it runs out, right? And you have to decide, am I going to put in some more money or am I done? I feel like there's somebody here who stopped investing, or if they, like owned land, they weren't a very good steward. There's deterioration, or, something that was sparkly and amazing is no longer. And with the Six of Pentacles, it kind of feels to me like we've got somebody who's trying to, I don't know, maybe they're trying to sell a house that hasn't been well cared for. Maybe they're trying to pretend that their company is a great place to work, even though they're not really doing right by it. But we have the Lovers in the reverse and the Hierophant in the reverse, which says this is not a well-oiled machine. Whatever this connection is, or this organization, group of people, it is not well run. There are definitely areas for opportunity. Hello, Boo Boo, how are you doing? Hello, Poonam, how are you? Hello, Insane. Hey, Laura. Hello, Key Controller, what's going on? Aw, Dominic, that's cute. You don't know what to do with it. Hello, Amy. Did I? Oops, sorry. Because you did it first. Did it unhide? Yeah. No, wait. Why is it going back and forth like that? Oh, okay, GP, I think we're both trying to do the same thing. Okay, I got you. It keeps telling me that it was unhidden, and I'm like, okay, wait. And I shouldn't say it. It was, you know, somebody without Riz. Hey, Amy, feel free to donate. Thank you for liking the video. If we get to $15 in tips, I'll take personal questions at the end. Priority to those, of course, that have tipped. Hello, Skay. My name is Carmen, but nice try. Hello, R. I hope you're having a good day despite not knowing. I mean, do you have several? That's concerning. Okay, so this feels to me like, you know how in business there are like conglomerates that will buy up a company. They'll take whatever they can like squeeze of like actual equity or brand equity, right? Take maybe like the most talented employees and then sell off everything else. I can think of examples, but I don't know if I really want to put names out there. Buying a brand or a name and then chopping it up into little pieces, selling it off, right? Like that's what this is coming through is, right? If I bought a famous restaurant, but I didn't stick to the menu or the recipes that made it famous, then it would probably not be as like well received, right? This is somebody who acquired something or got into a relationship and then they try to like change everything about it without appreciating what it had to offer, right? Hey Drew, hope you're having a good day. Hello Mogd, how are you doing? Hello Viva Buggy, I hope your day gets better. So we've got somebody who feels like they can take all of these actions, they can control the business, or they can change the status of this situation, right? And I do feel like it's for money. I do think this is somebody who's greedy. They always want more. If this is a relationship, they're the take kind, right? They're not really interested in being equitable, or they're not really known for generosity, right? It's more like, can I buy some more? I definitely need like 170th pair of boots. Thank you, Michael. I hope you're having a good day. Good call, Lucas. So I do feel like there's a desire from a different person to bring this back to life. This is like, oh, this restaurant is, you know, famous, or it's a big part of the tourism in this area. We've got to do right by it, right? So I think there's a review or an assessment that's kind of like, you know what? I think I need to maybe try to suffer or like deal with, maybe it might be a little bit of a money pit, kind of suffer through that difficult work that would be required to bring it back to life. Because whatever this beautiful place or thing or company or relationship is, it was at one time beautiful, inspiring, amazing, right? But the question is, the question is whether or not the person who has like sold it for parts is willing to actually allow someone else to bring it back to life, right? Have they sold enough of the parts, basically? Hello, Luke, what's going on? Hey, King of Kings, perhaps you should ask first. There's already one there. Oh, hello, Grindhard. How you doing today? How did she react? I will write that one down. I hope she loved it. But I've got that written down for you. So everyone, if we get to $15, we're almost 1/3 of the way there. Then I will take other questions as well. Hello, Andrew. Hello, Bradley. How are you doing? No, I'm not, Taylor. I'm super Pisces. Hello, MB. How are you doing? Hello, Louie. Oops. Shoot, you guys. Ooh. That's not good. I think I've got them all. All right. Watch it, Dominic. I recognize your name. So, respect is always appreciated in the live chat. Hello, RH. Thank you for the kind offer. I do like to get to know people just a little bit more before the moderator, but I do appreciate that. So, look forward to seeing you around more. Hello, Third Eye. How's it going? She liked the way I keep her smiling. That's cute, Grindhard. All right. I've got that written down. So the thing is, there is absolutely some like degradation or like erosion of an event, a place, a relationship, or a company, and someone sees it. It's like, I don't know about you all, but I have a deep love for abandoned buildings or like older architecture. And if I had all the money in the world, I would pretty much dedicate as much time as I could to like sprucing up some of those beautiful, I mean, it's like they're a Polaroid from a different century or a different era, right? Even if it's not like popular or trendy at the moment. I even love those places from, you know, it's got super 80s style and all that. So this is somebody who's saying, I know what this used to be. I know this used to be amazing. I want to bring it back to life because somebody has not really been a great steward. They didn't take care of you or they didn't take care of this business. And whoever is worried about the lies, they may not necessarily be honest about the financial situation or the reality of like the fix that needs to be handled, you know, like I'm not going to tell you the furnace is almost about to go out, that kind of thing. So I do think there's a risk here as far as if you want to fix this, if you want to save this, it may be a little bit like the money pit, right? Hello, Kazim. How are you doing? Hello, Paul. We've got Queen of Swords in the reverse and the Four of Cups in the reverse. Have you ever found something amazing because somebody was insulting it first? Like, I remember that's actually how I found a couple of bands. That's how I discovered that I really got along with some of my coworkers because somebody else was like trashing them. This feels to me like somebody saying, oh, I went to this restaurant. It used to be good like 10 years ago, but now it's just like completely awful, right? And somebody else hears this. Whoever hears like, oh, I don't like that person, or I can't believe I'm still dating this person. I can't believe this restaurant has changed so much, or this, you know, club used to be good. Now we have somebody who's like inspiration is starting to activate, right? They're thinking, oh, I could do this, or I could take on that. I could bring this back to life, right? That's cute and all, but my actual name is Carmen. Hello, Pyro Ninja. How you doing, hun? Very good, and I hope it is with you too. Hello, Drew. What's going on? Hello, Laura. We've got the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands. I think this might actually be kind of perfect timing. It's like, okay, maybe this person who's like chopped it up and ready to sell it, right? Or somebody who's not grateful for that relationship anymore. Maybe they're kind of like, yeah, take it off my hands. That's great. That would actually be super helpful, right? Hey, Archibald. I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Diehard. Hello, Brandy. Archibald, if you'd like me to take personal questions, feel free to contribute to the tip pool. If we get to $15, I'll take personal questions. Ooh, we've got the Hermit. Yeah, see, this is like somebody who feels like I found exactly what I want. Maybe I didn't know what I was going to spend my time doing. Maybe I'm in between jobs trying to figure out where I want to go. But I feel like this is somebody who is looking for this inspiration or wanting to find a good project, right? Now, that's not if we're talking about a person. I do feel like for the majority of you, this is not talking about a romantic relationship. It's about bringing something to life, and bringing something to life brings you back to life. So we have somebody wanting to benefit. I feel like it's a company or a place or like a magical, it could be like a venue, right? I want to bring it back to life. I don't want people to not experience this in 10 years in the way that it was meant to be experienced. So we've got the Knight of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. So there's a conversation that happens. This is like, okay, let's talk about money. What do you want for that company? What do you want for that restaurant? How much do I have to pay you for that venue? Let me know. I'm going to bring it back to life. I want it to be like the good old days, or maybe even just like a little bit better, right? Hello, is it Sapino? Hello, Curtis. I guess I can't talk today. How's it going, Curtis? What's up, Kingly Eagle? So we do have the Lovers in the reverse. This is like when I was talking about abandoned places, right? Lovers in the reverse is the forgotten. What hasn't been chosen or what has not been taken care of, which is why we have somebody that is wanting to bring back that sparkle. Hey, Michael, how you doing? Oh, Brandy, that's so perfect. I wish you luck on that. Sending you abundance. We all could use a little bit more sweetness, right? Hello, DP37. Feel free to check out the description box. There's a link there to my second channel, Curious Carmen ASMR, and there's no ads. I haven't monetized it yet, so it's a little bit smaller. I don't post very often there, but I do read books like The Divine Comedy. Ah, good for you, Michael. So we've got the Five of Swords, Death in the reverse, and the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Seven of Swords in the reverse. Interesting because we started with the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is a card that talks about deceit. Now, does that look like someone you should trust? No. Should I try to imitate his face? Like, I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's like... The good news, though, is that it's in the reverse. So we've got somebody here who, this is the one who basically ruined whatever this property was or this company, right? But it isn't gone completely. We have Death in the reverse. It's still breathing, okay? Ace of Wands in the reverse, Seven of Swords in the reverse. This is like, it was a missed opportunity for somebody to actually do something great with this. They didn't. They just thought about the short term, right? They didn't want to be a good steward. They didn't want to prolong how long this like venue or a restaurant could do well, right? Hey, Drew, can I ask you a favor? Because you started something with Laura and you started something with Ray in the comments. I appreciate the addition to the conversation, but I would ask that we all be respectful, right? So if you're saying you're not arguing with anyone, I've literally seen you do it twice now within the last hour. So I ask to be respectful, okay? There's good people in the live chat. Hello, Milana. How are you doing? I hope I said that right. Six of Wands in the reverse. So we have somebody who feels like they've not been successful. Somebody who feels like there's maybe no way to be successful. If you've ever watched Bar Rescue, there's plenty of people on there who had big dreams about owning a bar and then got kind of overwhelmed by what is actually required or what amount of work was actually needed to bring a place back or keep it running, right? So we've got somebody who feels like they need to maybe reconsider. Maybe this is someone who wants to move away, but I feel like they're like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. I ruined it, so someone else should clean it up, right? Hello, Matt. How are you doing? Hey, Speeding Disposition. How are you? Hey, Kelsey. Hello, Mavis. Welcome back. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Can I say the last part? Yilmaz? I hope that's right. Hello. Yeah, I mean, we just have to use the approach of don't feed the trolls. I'm not calling Laura a troll, and I'm not calling Ray a troll. I'm just saying, like, you know, this is live and let live. Hey, Ice Libra, how you doing? Hey, you can always hit me up with the email in my description box. I'd be happy to do a personal reading for you. They're ad-free. So we've got the Four of Swords. This is somebody who I think is ready to retire, or this is somebody who, you know, it's like, I don't know what to do about this anymore. I made the money that I could, and it's just not gonna like work for me. So with the Eight of Wands, I feel like all of a sudden we have somebody who's urgently looking to offload this. I don't want to own this anymore. I don't think I can fix this. Here, take it, right? Who wants it? Oh, like Tai Chi? Is that like, it's like an exercise or like version of karate maybe? Is that what it is? Oh, thank you. I'm glad. Can you be polite? Hello, Swati. How are you doing? So we've got the Two of Wands, the Four of Cups, Seven of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. See, that's the thing. When you look at something as a lost cause, you make it pretty much impossible to be able to envision the steps required to get to where you want to be. And I feel like we have somebody that was starting to look at that company or that abandoned house or whatever it was, right? As that's just like too much work. I don't want to do that. Whereas there's somebody else who sees all the possibilities. If I were to do this, if I were to replace the roof, if I were to put in a new stage, if I were to, you know, hire some great talent, then I could bring back the life of this, you know, carnival or this restaurant, this venue. Is it going to be expensive? Probably. Is it going to take a lot of time and energy? Yes. But this is somebody who's like, oh goody, a project. I think this is exactly what I need to do. Let's get a few from, this is the Fairy Lenormand. Oh no. Oh, sending protective energy to your boyfriend. I hope it works out. Maybe there's a better place for him to be working. Hello, Pandu. How are you doing? Ah, I get it, GP. GM Jar, good luck with that. I totally support the moving on. I mean, those don't sound like positive energies around you. Hello, Damien. How are you doing? Hello, Illuminati. The birds and the ship. I think this is somebody who's like, I'm done. I'm out of here. I don't want to live here. I don't want to work here. I don't want to own this. I don't want to remodel this. I don't want to deal with the employees. I'm done. They want to go away. Somebody else is like, oh, really? I volunteer as tribute. I can do that. I could buy that, or I could run that. I could do it better than you, right? Hello, Broken Feathers. How are you doing? What's up, Jamie? All right, what else do we have? Yeah, I feel like there is a slice of heaven here, or there's some beautiful... Okay, so for me, what I'm thinking about is two things, really. When I think of like a really important venue, being from Minneapolis, I can't help but think about First Avenue. Lots of important acts have come through there, and it's just like renowned, right? There's just places like that, whether it's music or, you know, for art, pertaining to TV, whatever it is, right? Like the Mary Tyler Moore House. There are things that we want to preserve, things that we want to make sure that we can continue to enjoy, right? And if it's not being cared for in the right manner, then you might lose those beautiful properties or testaments to history, right? So we have somebody here who feels like it's a very important company, situation, property, whatever it is. And I want to make sure that it is maintained. I want to make sure that it's taken care of the right way. So I think this is a change of ownership, or someone who is making sure that an important part of their community is supported. Hello, Star Hunter. Right, Michael? Oh no, what did Brad say? Hey, Brad. Lucas is a little nicer than me, because I know what you're talking about. But it's okay. The nice thing is YouTube is giant, and I'm sure there's other channels out there for you. Hello, Zena. How are you doing? I'm currently resisting the urge to do the like loud pitch, because I used to love watching Xena Warrior Princess. It's like my favorite. So we've got the thinking man. It's so weird, you guys, because look, he's holding, what is this, quartz? I think it's quartz, I can't remember. And he looks so smart, you guys. Do you think it works for me? Hold on, let me see if I can get it right. Are you ready? Do I look smart? It's the thinking man, y'all. So this is the strategy that's coming into place, right? We've got somebody who's saying, all right, so you messed it up because you didn't do this, or you didn't honor tradition, or you didn't work with the right people. Maybe you were trying to cut corners. Maybe you were trying to modernize something that didn't need to be modernized, right? We have somebody who sees things from a completely different perspective, and it's like, you know what? You just didn't have respect for the history, or you maybe just wanted to make too much money off of something but not like put in any effort. This is somebody who wants to be a steward. This is somebody who knows how to handle this challenge or this project. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So we have appreciation, because this is somebody who, they love this property. They love this venue. They love whatever this company is. I will take it to the next level because I genuinely care about it, right? Thank you, Lucas. I appreciate you for explaining it. Yeah, I do enjoy doing personal questions for folks. I try to do it as often as I can, and it helps when people are able to sponsor the reading with those tips. Maybe I'm going to disagree with you. Maybe I shouldn't talk too much about my opinion on that, but I would be very cautious buying into somebody who encourages... I don't know how to talk about that without it being like red flagged. I would think that there's a lot of emotional manipulation there, so just be cautious, please. Distant horizons. I keep feeling like this. Okay, I don't really like referring to a person as a demon, but this is the person who really just thought about themselves in the situation. They weren't appreciative of what they were a steward of. I feel like this is the person who's leaving. They're ready for some new chapter. Now, this child card could indicate that they are starting a family. It could indicate that they're moving because they want to be closer to a grandchild. It could just be about a new beginning. I don't want to do this anymore. I feel like I've ruined it, or I feel like there's no saving it. So I'm just going to leave, right? They're ready for a new chapter. It could also be about being a little bit immature, right? What's up, Steph? How you doing? I hope you understood the reference. I'm guessing you did. Hello, Shada. Hello, Ricardo. Yes, I do. Welcome. Yeah, see, there's me with the messages. We've got somebody here who feels like it's time to walk away. When they communicate with another person, an interested party, I feel like a deal is finalized. Okay, this is yours now. Here are the keys. Here's how you should do it, right? Not that they should necessarily tell anyone how to do something, since they didn't seem to have an appreciation for it. Thank you, Ramesh. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate you both. Michael, let me know if you have a question. I'd be happy to answer that for you. Let's see. So one piece of advice I would give to those who ask personal questions around timing, I think a really good way to approach those questions, as opposed to saying, when will this happen? I would encourage you to say or ask, what is standing in my way? What is preventing this thing from happening? Do I just need to sit back and be patient? Because sometimes you'll find out there's actually something that you can do to expedite that thing or make that thing happen. So if you're asking those questions, that might be a good way to frame it so that you get what you want faster, right? Hello, Luminous Vibes. How are you doing? Tharu? I hope I said it correctly. It happens, third eye. Hey, Luminous Vibes, please don't repeat your comments. It will get you timed out or blocked. Hello, is it Bala? It looks like B-A-L-L-A. I'm sorry if I'm reading it wrong. I hope you're having a good day. Welcome. So this is the Golden Girls Tarot. It's one of my favorites. We've got Queen of Cups in the reverse. Page of Cups. So there's someone making an offer to the owner that doesn't seem to have an appreciation for what they have. And this person's like, hey, I see that that's become a burden to you. Maybe I could take it off your hands. Maybe for this money, you would like me to take it off your hands. You don't have to deal with it, and I can manage all of that. And I think this person's like pretty tempted by the offer. Hello, Emma. Hello, Yasmin. Thank you, Mavis. I'm going to write down your question for you. Cool. And we have reached, obviously, that $15 mark, so I will be taking personal questions. That's why I try to keep track of them, because I don't have to scroll all the way back and find it. I'm sending you healing energy, third eye. I believe in you. Yeah, you know, just gotta, maybe I should get like an actual whip here so I show people I mean business. Yeah. I made that joke because of the channel joke. And shout out to all of you that know what the channel joke is. Go figure, right, Lucas? As soon as you say that. Hello, Ed. How are you doing? Hello, Abhishek. How are you doing? So we've got the Temperance, Eight of Cups in the reverse, and the King of Cups in the reverse. Things are going to get put back the way they should be, or the original beauty or splendor, it's going to be brought back. So if, you know, a club or a restaurant or a museum just wasn't what it used to be because it wasn't cared for properly, we have someone that is coming back to restore that, right? There's no need to look at it simply as a profit center. This is what I love. This is what I live and breathe. I want to make sure that people understand, you know, what happened here or what this place is. Oh, thank you, Amy. Yes, please go ahead and like my video. I would appreciate that. What's up, Redbeard? It's funny. What else do we have? The Hierophant in the reverse. Four of Cups in the reverse. The Devil and the Nine of Wands. So remembering, of course, they referred to this person who is not taking good care of this business as the demon, right? So you aren't really doing a great job of caring for this place, so maybe it's time to sell it. They decide this, right? They find someone else who's interested in it. And this is somebody who's going to protect it instead of look at it as something that should run on its own, right? It's like the difference between people who take their car in when it's acting funny versus people who take their car in on a regular schedule. Proactive maintenance, it helps you basically minimize what you have to spend in terms of like reactive, right? So this is the difference between those two people. We're at 38 minutes, so I think I'm going to just dive into the personal questions, and we'll start with Grindhard's questions. And we've got, how did she react? I think that was when you said you'd sent her a little something. Was it through Cash App, you said? So how did she react to that for Grindhard? Two of Wands, Queen of Wands. Three of Wands in the reverse, and the King of Wands. Wow. Okay, this is amazing because it is all fire energy, Grindhard. There is definitely some flirtatious energy here between the two of you. And I do feel like this is her reaction right there. Like, oh. But there's also a sense that it was an unexpected show of your determination to find a way to make things work between the two of you. So sending you good luck in that regard. And then you also wanted to know, does she like how I make her smile? That's sweet. Let's see what she says. Does she like that? Okay, it's kind of like a wry smile, W-R-Y, which basically is telling me not all the time. Sometimes I'm trying to be mad at you and you make me smile, and that can be frustrating. But it's, you know, like that kind of like, no, maybe. All right, so Ramesh would like to know about a new job. When will I get the new job? Ramesh, I feel like a key element here or step for you with regards to this new job is taking care of yourself. So, are you getting enough sleep? Are you eating enough? Are you drinking enough water? Are you speaking about yourself in a positive way? I do feel like there's actions here that you could be taking to get the jobs that you want or to be in that place where you want. So there's things that you could do for yourself is what I'm saying. Maybe you need to actually take like a day off. Maybe you need to do something that is like a great creative expression for you. I don't know if you like to write or dance or sing or if you play an instrument, but this is saying you need to fill your cup a little bit, do something good for yourself, and that helps. It's true. No cheese whip. Why not? Cheese whip is delicious. You don't even need crackers. So with the Ace of Swords, I do feel like there is a piece of information that you're going to get very soon, Ramesh, and this will help you in terms of getting that job or making that a reality for you. Hello, Lindamar. How are you doing? Hello, Ryu. Hello, Dan. Hello, Running Man. I like how that rhymed. I hope you're having a good day. Oh, so we've got Mavis as the next question, or querent, wanting to know the gender of the person who has the crush. Is this person female? You have one of each. You might need to be more specific. Are we talking about something that you asked a question about the other day? Let me just get a little bit of detail here. I feel like there's someone who has a crush on you of each gender. Because you asked about male or female, you got one of each. We've got Page of Pentacles in the reverse and the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like the female one is a person that you don't really see a future with. It could be because you don't know this person as well as you think you do, or it could be because you know them exactly as well as you need to. With regards to the male, we have somebody who is unhealed. And I feel they would ask a lot of you, or they would be the kind of like take. So I would ask, is there more to learn about the woman, right? Hey, organic chemist or chemist, I'm going to put you on just a little bit of a timeout. When you come back around, just want to make sure contributing to the live chat in a positive way. Hello, Shopon. How are you doing? Hey, Rob. What's happening? All right. So, Michael, I don't know that Michael had any questions. If anyone saw a reference to a question or if Michael's still there, let me know. Even if I'm a bit cheesy. It does happen. Ooh. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. That's a great legacy for you. Hello, Helly. I will pull a card for you. Ryu, go ahead and type it, but I will also say tipping helps and making sure you're polite, but it doesn't seem like you have an issue with that. So, okay. Pulling a card for Helly. We've got the Ace of Swords in the reverse. I'm going to pull more than one just to get more context for you. There's an argument here, and it's based on somebody being dishonest. I don't want to tell the truth, or I left out key important pieces of information. And I'm hoping that you take what I've said as enough, right? But I feel like this has put you in a situation where you don't know if you want to deal with this person, or they have made you feel rejected. Think about how this person has made you feel and whether or not it was intentional, because it comes through to me as this person having been intentional, and that you deserve better than what this person has done. So I do feel like there is a different connection or a different friendship or a different person that would have a better influence on you, or that maybe it might be time to consider going no contact. Hello, Candace. How are you doing? What do we have? Candace, there is a block here with regards to your financial stability. I do feel like you want to probably do some cleansing or do what you can to remove the toxic energy in your life. This is a close friend or someone in your family, maybe even someone you work with. But with the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, the advice is it's time to distance yourself from them, or it's time to think about what they're actually wishing on you, because they don't want to see you be successful. So I really like to be about empowerment. What can I do, right? If someone is doing this to you, it may not be the best to just ask them to stop being a jerk. But I like being a jerk. Instead, it's asking, what access have you given to this person? How is it that they're able to influence you? And then cut that off, right? Oh, no problem, Lily. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Yes, this next one will be for Amy Southern. Let's see what we've got for you. Oh, you still won't meet me. Deuces. What do we have for Amy? Five of Swords, Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, and the Page of Pentacles. So, Amy, it feels to me like there has a while back been somebody who was contributing to a sense of loss or lack in your life, not having what you need or losing what you wanted. And I do feel like there's some participation here from you, a little bit of self-sabotage energy. But there's something here in the last week or so, or maybe it's in the next week, things are ramping up for you in a positive way. It's like there's this exit ramp or an opportunity for you to do something different. Now, she's got a book, so this could be pertaining to education, certification, getting a different job. But I feel this like renewed energy for you, and it's something that the more you feed into or leverage, it grows. So this is an opportunity to take this Wheel of Fortune in the reverse and turn it in the upright so that you see some very positive change in your life. Hey, Laura. How you doing? Hey, Timbuktu. Janet would like a card. Hello, Freddie. How are you? What do we have for Janet, please? Janet, we've got the World, the Hermit, and the Page of Cups. I feel like you're about to get some news, and it's about an offer or a child. So if it's an offer, it's like, I'm getting married, or someone's asking you to go on a trip. But I do feel like this is exciting news for you, something that's going to make you happy. So I like this for you. There does seem to be something here about you maybe already kind of knowing this. So it could just be kind of confirmation of, I think this is going to happen, or I think this person feels this way. That's cool, Third Eye. Hello, Brandon. How are you doing? Linda Mar would like to know, should I leave my old life? No, not yet, at least. So the way this is looking to me is, this is such a weird analogy. I hope it makes you chuckle. We've got something as far as like an Easter egg hunt, and there's still like 2 eggs here. So this makes me feel like you have almost gotten to the point where it's time to move on and, you know, start this new chapter, but you will be much more successful, or there's a sense of completing the mission or figuring out what you needed to do in the next like couple of weeks. So I don't feel like you're quite there, but it's almost there. Third eye, what kind of mask you wearing? Yes, you should. 4 of Wands, it's time to level up for you, third eye. All right, I will do one more question. You're welcome, Linda Mar. I wish you luck. How's it going, King? It's a skull mask, so you're asking if you should remove your face? What, are you Nick Cage? What? Why would you? No. I don't need your date of birth, tier number. I'm so sorry to hear about your divorce. Let me pull a few cards for you, and I'm sending you healing energy. I see that this is going to be something you eventually look back on as a positive, something that helped you bring in a healthier or happier, challenging. I mean, it's going to have challenges, right? But you're happier as a result of this. It takes some time for that perspective to settle in. But I do feel like there is something here about you trying so hard to make something work that you saw something negative as positive, or you were not maybe fully honest with yourself about the negative element or the negative side of this relationship. Sometimes the things that we are used to feel like the things that we love. And I'm not saying you didn't love your ex. What I'm saying is there are things here that I think will be revealed to you over the next several months that will help you understand why this is the path that makes the most sense for you. And this temperance is about peace and serenity, but it can also be about somebody who is a good balance, right? I feel like this enables you to be in a relationship with somebody who truly sees and understands you and loves you for who you are, instead of trying to change you, right? Hello, Letitia. How are you doing? Letitia would like to know, do you see anything good coming my way? Let's see what we get for you. And then that's got to be my last question. Yes, 3 of Pentacles is a reference to a job. And what do we need to know about that? 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. I do feel like this is a path that starts with a job that may pay less or be more of an entry level than you were hoping for, but it is a foot in the door. So I do think there is good news for you, and it grows or multiplies over time as you invest in it. So, all right, thank you everyone for the likes and the subscribes and the tips, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Toodles.